In the Loire Valley of France stands a towering castle, its spires stretching into the sky, its halls filled with centuries of blood and betrayal. Behind its elegant facade lurks a nightmare, a murder that stained its walls forever, a ghost that refuses to rest. Visitors still hear her screams. Some see her drifting in the shadows, her face mutilated beyond recognition. This is the terrifying story of Château de Brissac and the ghostly lady in green who will never leave. Château de Brissac is known as the Giant of the Loire, the tallest castle in France, with 7 stories and more than 200 rooms. Its origins date back to the 11th century, when it was first built as a fortress. Over the centuries, it changed hands between kings, dukes, and noble families, each leaving behind whispers of intrigue and blood. But no chapter is darker than the one that unfolded in the 15th century. In the late 1400s, Château de Brissac was home to nobleman Jacques de Brézé and his wife Charlotte de Valois. Charlotte was no ordinary woman. She was the illegitimate daughter of King Charles VII, half-sister to Louis XI of France. Her marriage to Jacques was arranged for politics, not love. Their union was cold, loveless, and Charlotte soon found comfort in another man's arms. She began an affair with a huntsman who served in the castle. For months, the lovers met in secret, slipping into the shadowed corridors and hidden chambers. But secrets in castles rarely last long. One night, Jacques discovered them together. The discovery sent Jacques into a frenzy. In a fit of rage, he drew his sword and struck them both down. The lovers' screams echoed through the halls as Jacques' blade fell again and again. Charlotte's cries were said to be unbearable, shrill, desperate, filled with terror, but Jacques did not stop. When it was over, Charlotte lay butchered, her body mutilated, her face slashed so violently it was said to be unrecognizable. The blood seeped into the castle's stone floors. Jacques fled into the night, leaving his home forever cursed. Not long after, whispers began. Servants and guards reported seeing a figure wandering the halls at night. A woman, dressed in a long green gown. At first, she seemed like a sorrowful spirit, weeping softly in the corridors. But as the years passed, her appearances grew more terrifying. Visitors described seeing her mutilated face, with empty eye sockets, a twisted jaw, skin carved by her husband's sword. Her screams, they said, could be heard echoing through the castle long after the halls had fallen silent. She became known as la Dame Verte, the Green Lady. Over the centuries, Château de Brissac became renowned for its haunting. During the Renaissance, noble guests refused to stay in certain chambers, claiming the lady in green appeared at the foot of their beds. In the 17th century, priests were brought in to bless the castle. Their efforts failed. The haunting only grew stronger. By the 19th century, the Brissac family themselves spoke openly of her presence. They claimed she lingered most often in the chapel tower, where her body had been discovered. Even today, the current Duke of Brissac admits the castle is not entirely empty. Visitors to Château de Brissac still report chilling encounters, screams in the night that echo through the stone halls, a woman's sobbing, growing louder, then suddenly vanishing. A pale figure in a green dress drifting through the corridors, her face hidden until she turns, revealing her mutilated features. Guests waking in the middle of the night see a shadow standing over them, watching, before disappearing into the walls. Many describe the same sensation, a sudden, overwhelming grief and despair that crashes down upon them like a wave. It is as if Charlotte's anguish still hangs in the air, centuries after her death. The chapel tower is said to be her favorite haunt. Staff refuse to linger there after dark. Visitors report hearing prayers whispered in the shadows, though no priest stands at the altar. The bedchambers on the upper floors are also infamous. One tourist described waking at 3 a.m. to the sound of a woman weeping in the corner. When he lit his candle, the figure in green turned toward him. Her face was a mask of blood and ruin. He fled the castle before dawn. Why does the lady in green still wander Château de Brissac? Some say she lingers out of sorrow, forever searching for her lost lover. Others believe she is bound by rage, her soul twisted by the brutality of her murder. Psychics who have visited claim her energy is unlike any other haunting. They say it is not just sorrow, but deep betrayal, a wound in the soul that refuses to heal. Perhaps Charlotte cannot leave because the walls themselves are soaked with her blood. Château de Brissac still stands tall in the Loire Valley, a jewel of French architecture, visited by thousands every year. But behind its beauty is a shadow, the shadow of betrayal, the shadow of murder, the shadow of a woman who screams in the night, her mutilated face burned into the memories of those who see her. She is la Dame Verte, the lady in green, and she is waiting for anyone who dares to walk the halls of Château de Brissac. If the haunting of Château de Brissac gave you chills, don't forget to hit that like button to show your support. Subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss the next terrifying tale. And tell me in the comments, would you dare spend a night in this castle with the lady in green, watching? Until next time, sleep well.